There's a famous seaside town called Blackpool. It's noted for fresh air and fun. And Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom went there with young Albert, their son. A grand little lad was young Albert, dressed in his best, quite a swell. He'd a stick with an horse's head handle, the finest that Woolworths could sell. They didn't think much of the ocean, the waves they was piffling and small. There were no wrecks and nobody drowned. In fact, nothing to laugh at all. So, seeking for further amusement, they paid and went into the zoo. Well, there's lions and tigers and camels, and old ale and sandwiches too. There were one big old lion called Wallace. His nose was all covered in scars. He lay in a somnolent posture, with the side of his face to the bars. Now Albert had heard about lions, how they were ferocious and wild, and seeing it Wallace lying so peaceful, why, it didn't seem right to the child. So straight away, brave little fella, without showing a morsel of fear, took his stick with the horse's head handle, and he shoved it in Wallace's ear. You could tell that the lion didn't like it, for giving a kind of a roll, he dragged Albert engaged with him, and swallowed the little lad whole. Now Pa, who had seen the occurrence, and he didn't know what to do next, he said, "Mother, yon lion's at Albert." And Mother said, "I am vexed." So Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom, quite rightly when all said and done, complained to the animal keeper. The lion had eaten their son. The keeper was quite nice about it. He said, "What a nasty mishap. Are you sure it's your son is eaten?" And Pa said, "Am I sure? There's his cap." So the manager had to be sent for. He came and he said, "What's to do?" Pa said, "Yon lion's at Albert, and him in his Sunday best too." And Mother said, "Right's right, young fella. I think it's a shame and a sin for yon lion to go and eat Albert, and after we've paid to come in." The manager wanted no trouble. He took out his purse right away and said, "How much to settle the matter?" And Pa said, "What do you usually pay?" At that Mother turned a bit awkward when she thought where her Albert had gone, and said, "No, someone's got to be summoned." So that were decided upon. And so they went to the police station in front of a magistrate chap. They told him what happened to Albert and proved it by showing his cap. The magistrate gave his opinion that no one is really to blame. And he said, "I hope the Ramsbottoms would have further sons to your name." At that Mother got proper blazing. "And thank you, sir, kindly," said she. "What? Waste all our lives raising children to feed ruddy lions? Not me." Thank you.